Hello, check, 1, 2. Alright, so I guess we're getting ready to go here. I'm the Antlers. I think people can hear me. It's my first time commentating, kind of thrown in here, so I'll try to do a good job for everybody here. But here we go. Looks like we're getting off the bat here, and we got Truant, Sea Falcon, Zarnax, and Redbird Grad as our 4 featured runners. Do I have a co-commentator here? Well, I think my co-commentator is actually having some mic issues, so I will be sole commentary duty until that gets figured out. Looks like the start location is in the Deadwoods. That is one of the more out of the way locations, but not the worst it could be. Looks like we've got Dungeon 8 found already by Sea Falcon. Dungeon 8 has 3 items. 2 will be floor items with that mixed heart shuffle, and 1 will be a floor item, and 2 will be staircase items. We've got Zarnax in 8 as well.
Hey there, Antlers. August
Hey
40th
there.
here.
Hey, August.
A little
Thanks for
delayed, but
joining.
I'm in. See, we're
Great.
off at the Deadroot Woods.
We are the Deadwood start location. We've got level 8 found by Zarnax and Sea Falcon so far, and we've got some any roads as well.
Nice.
Looks like
So,
we're dipping out of level 8 pretty early here, getting a little exploration done, but not really spending too much time in there so far.
yep. Have you gone over for our viewers what's going on here in case there's anybody new to the stream?
Well, I have not yet. I've gone to the heart shuffle. I've kind of explained that with the hearts that boss is dropping shuffled in, but I kind of got in here right as the race was starting, so I'm a little bit behind, just trying to keep up with the action. So if you'd like to do the honors there.
Yeah, no, this is a beta, beta randomizers working on some of the kinks before the next release. This is mixed quest overworld, so we got first and second quest spots to check. So recorder, power bracelet, pretty valuable. We have first quest shapes, so they're not gonna have to be looking for bomb holes. We know exactly what the maps are looking like. And yeah, the boss hearts are shuffled in. And one other thing new to this version of the randomizer is shuffled entrances. So they're not necessarily going to be on the bottom row, I think.
Right, that is
Get
the
that
new
flash
addition to the
checked.
randomizer. And as you were explaining that, we had Wood Sword Find from Sea Falcon, and Zarnax is about to find his. Also had several candle pickups, so getting some pretty significant finds here relatively early in the seed.
Yep, always good to have a sword, 3, 4 minutes in. Can't beat it.
Absolutely. And level 5 has been found by Sea Falcon.
Yep,
I missed where he
he's
found
digging.
it, but absolutely. He looks like he's gonna jump in here a little bit and see what he can't find. Looks like he's ducking out here.
Yep,
Just
and
taking.
Redbird's still exploring that overworld. Just add a level, vanilla level 1. Ooh, we got Truant Gamer finding level 8.
I believe he's the last one in there. He took a little bit different path than the others, if I recall.
It's always interesting to see what routes these players choose.
Absolutely.
Play to their strengths.
Looks like Truant is going to try and dig a little bit out of level 8, where the other 3 opted to duck out pretty early.
2 items, not a bad call. Oh, except first those blue land mola. Going for the block clip. And he's in. Sea Falcon finds a takening, grabbing a heart. One step closer to that white sword item. It's shuffled between 4 or 6 hearts. Redbird finding a medium secret, 37. Haven't caught any large secrets.
And you see Zarnax on bottom left screen. He tried to bomb an opening, but it did not bomb. That's the mixed second quest, overworld, where it's randomized which second quest doors will be live and which will not.
Oh,
so
there's the large secret, 110. Good money, good money.
Not bad. Not bad money at all. Haven't seen the other secrets yet.
Shreds found another level 7. Oh, there's a Goma in there. Got bopped by that blue landmola.
Level 7 is definitely
Not a
risky
fun
one to dive deep into this early in the seed, especially.
So that's the first quest for Noah 3 location.
Looks like we have Zarnax finding 5, and there's the Armos item. It's the any key.
Nice
that is
find for Redbird Grad.
Right, especially early in the seed. Keys will not be a factor this seed for most of the runners, assuming they all find that any key, which, being the Armos item, they probably will.
Yeah, Redbird definitely opting to look for that free item there.
Absolutely, that's a play that a lot of runners make, and myself being a relatively new runner to this game, that's always a good play, especially if you're newer, to try and find an Armos item early, give you a leg up sometime.
Yep, I think I've got a dozen seeds under my belt, and I've actually been playing with 0 HP enemies. Found that definitely helps new runners.
Absolutely.
Got the recorder on the coast in Redbird screen.
I'm going to refresh my stream here. Sorry guys, I'm just waiting for my stream to come.
Not a problem. We got Truant Gamer in level 7. Zarnix has found level 2. So that'll be a floor drop item, as well as the boss heart that's been shuffled in.
Absolutely. 2 is an interesting dungeon with both of the items being floor drops. Sometimes runners will choose to
Have you noticed
not dig 2 as early.
There on top of Sea Falcon's screen on his level? Instead of level 2, it says layer
2. I did notice that. I guess that's a new option as well. I've seen stage, I haven't seen layer yet. Might be new to the randomizer. And the Triforce has been found out of 2, so that was a very quick Triforce in 2, and it looks like he's going to jump back in and try and find an item or 2.
Absolutely. Now, it must be one of those options, just like the select swap. So it's not going to change the seed. You see the other 3 players don't have that option checked.
Absolutely. This being a Guerrilla dungeon, bombs will be nice and free for the most part in here, most likely.
Zarnax has picked up some arrows. Redbird's at max money. He might want to do some spending.
And Sea Falcon taking an unfortunate death there. After he had found a bomb drop, he was not able to pick the bombs up. Unfortunately, he got bopped around by those Guerrillas. That's always a rough feeling, but it's relatively early into the dungeon. He'll be able to recover. This is a bold move by Truant, diving 7 this deep, this early. He is 7 being so big. It's a really boom or bust when you do that. Got some Lost Hills exploration going on by Redbird here. I haven't seen that much of it has been up there yet. This being my first commentary, I'm finding it's a lot more difficult than it goes in your head to try and keep track of all 4 runners, so
yeah,
bear with me here.
4 streams is definitely a challenge. If you'd like, we could divvy up 2 each, and you kind of watch 2, I'll watch 2. Sound good?
That would be fine with me. I can take Sea Falcon and Redbird if you want to take Zarnax and
Alright.
Truant.
Go right, I'll go left. Unless, of course, something exciting's going on that right side. Oh, like Sea Falcon picking up that boss heart in 2.
That is that's one of the 2 items there. He will continue to dig for that second item, and there is another heart there, so I'm still behind.
Zarnax on the coast is gonna see this recorder up here. Sea Falcon could find 2 heart containers in this dungeon. It's always an option.
With this mixed overworld, the recorder is imminently more likely to be required, as you have several more recorder spots that could possibly be required. You have, instead of the 1 in Vanilla Overworld 1, you have up to, I believe, 5 locations, maybe possibly 6, that can be recorder blocked. Or even 7, now that I'm running through all of them in my head.
Yeah, no, it's quite a bit. I think it actually might be closer to 9. I know there's 7 power
That
bracelets
is correct, there are 9.
in the second quest. Got Zarnax with his 5th heart.
Redbird choosing to duck right out of 5 there.
Shrimp Gamer down in the southwest. It's kind of a pain to get through. Oh, there's the magical sword, though.
Not a bad find in these heart container shuffled seeds.
Yeah, if you find level 1 with 3 hearts, it's it's not a bad start.
Absolutely, especially if White Sword is buried in 9 and it's a combat heavy seed. Might see some of these runners pick up that magical sword.
Bird says nope to that key. I don't need it.
Fortunately for Sea Falcon, he goes all the way to the northwest of 2. Does not find that other item that he's looking for. Must be missed down here south. Now we've got Redbird in 2 as well.
Triforce on Redbird's side, so Sea Falcon and Redbird have Triforces at a level 2.
Absolutely.
Oh, and there's the item. Sea Falcon found the wand, level 2. Awesome.
Indeed, that's a great find this early in the seed. This wand is
Zarnax
a great source of offense.
Didn't quite catch the location, but he started up on that
Level
neck of
1
that
is in the
eagle.
Lost Hills. It's the bomb spot up in the northeast of the Lost Hills. I am a little bit behind for some reason. So I will do my best to keep up.
I think that was the red ring that you just picked up.
Didn't see there. Zarnak. It is. It was the red ring. I've got about 10 seconds delay behind you.
It's all good. Bound to happen.
So we have Sea Falcon diving back into 8, emboldened by that wand he found in 2. He's going to go with his newly found offense and try and dig a little bit more. Finds a nasty Lionel room here. Skip right through that.
Zarnax picking up the map. Of course, it's not too helpful. He also picked up the any key in the strip through the forest. Oh, we have some silver arrows there on the Sea Falcon side.
Absolutely. What a great decision to go back to 8. That is looking for a bow now and doing these dungeons.
We got a ladder block in level 1.
So ladder block, although the recorder may not be required, the ladder we know certainly will. It's possible. I guess he hasn't found the Triforce out of here yet, but
Oh, there's the Triforce.
as soon as I say that.
Yep. I only saw that one item, so there's still potential for 2 items in here. Let's see if he... No, he must have checked the rest of the stuff he checked. He's going off to this northeast corner. P-Hats is our potion shops. Oh, and there's level 3 for Zarnax on the northeast there.
Absolutely. So we have a lot of the runners are digging a lot of these same dungeons here. So first, we have level 3 on Zarnax's side in Lost Hills. All the way on the east side of that.
Let's see if I can back into level 8.
Be very happy to find. Yeah. Oh, Sea Falcon. Sorry, he already found the silver arrows.
There's
Takes
the
an
wand for
unfortunate-
Redbird. And I missed it. He, unless he picked up that potion and wanted to take any, Redbird must have found the letter somewhere.
I did not catch that, and he does find.
He has been known to take some early potions.
Yes, Redbird. Redbird, great. This game, he's beaten me a good many times.
He's
Like quite
working
a
on
bit.
some second quest damageless runs, actually.
That is quite the undertaking.
Yes, sir. Short Gamer on the south side now. Zarnax in level 3. There's the heart container for Redbird. And he's up and out. Heart container, wand, and the Triforce. Level 2's clear.
This overworld is very tame compared to what it could be. These
And we've got some
these
red dark nuts. Not too fun, but I think they're a little squishy.
yeah, the dark nuts are about the only scary thing. You always like to see the moblins though, because they're a very easy source of bombs, as are red dark nuts, although not as easy as the.
You just keep those wizards off the overworld. please,
Exactly.
and thank you. Bunnies too. Bunnies aren't my favorite overworld enemy to see.
Mine are honestly gorillas. Those boomerangs, they can just turn around and destroy you out of
Oh,
nowhere.
we got the boat in
expecting.
level 3.
Ew.
On the staircase.
Level-
Beautiful.
Level 3 is definitely the play, so who will combine it first and find the bow out of 3 and the silvers out of 8?
Yep, 3 and 8. Play to go.
Very,
Redbird
very
digging
early.
5. Fire Lake is an entrance to death. Alright. Level 9 is Fire Lake somewhere.
So that would mean
That's one
either
of the bomb
near,
spots.
mean either near level 1 or it would mean near the lake by
By the forest over there. One of the... I think that's the... there's a 100 secret in First Quest Vanilla.
have the other item out of 8 heart container on Sea Falcon screen.
Is there one more?
I believe there's still one more. Might have just found it.
Hope not. Oh, there's another staircase. And there's another heart container. So Sea
Very-
Falcon is just looking for that Triforce. And we'll be done with 8.
Truant finally finds his first art upgrade here. Path he's taken is just not.
Triforce
That's
out
heart
of 3 for Zarnax. And handle with Red ones along the coast, we know that. Thank you, game.
Zarnax, the first runner to 2 Triforces, and he has Triforces out of 1 and 3.
Oh, no. Sea Falcon's right behind him with his Triforce at it in level 8. Seems like those are the 2 runners with a pretty big advantage right now. Well, Sea Falcon has dug level 8, that's pretty big.
Absolutely. He's got a major advantage there with Redbird digging into 5.
Taking it down
he-
from level 2.
That is unfortunate.
Goma creeps at the grave. Alright, that might be quarter blocked. Goma being the boss level 6. Trent's looking for his wand in here. Wand, Triforce, and Heart Piece.
Absolutely.
It finds a Goma on level 5. Zarnax is the only one able to take out these Gomas here. Putting those arrows to good use. 23 bombs. Pretty expensive.
Yeah, not the best bomb prices, but luckily they do have a relatively favorable enemy set for finding bomb. So they shouldn't have to rely on that too heavily.
Zarnax up on vanilla level 5, looking at that. Checking over here by the waterfall. The white sword is in vanilla games. And taking. Alright, so 3 of our runners up to 6 hearts are guaranteed this white sword item. Find that. It's getting shuffled between all the items in the game here. Oh, and there's level 9. Huh, I didn't know that was by a lake.
Right. And
It's more
as
like
we
a pond to me.
work on this, or as we commentate, I'm actually working on my delay so that I can be a little bit more effective for you guys. So just bear with me here.
And not a problem. I saw Redbird in level 5 has found the red candle. And he purchased a bomb upgrade. I think it was 102 rupees for 4 extra bombs. Well, full wallet, he opted for that.
And not too bad of a bomb upgrade price for what you get. 4 bombs, it's not bad for 100.
Yeah, just slightly over vanilla price, vanilla number of bombs. Don't think there's any extra leave your life or money rooms, but it's always a possibility if there's some extra ones of those lurking around. Aqua Menace awaits with the white sword, so white sword in level 1. Redbird finds a heart container. He is out of level 5. Truant Gamer picking up his wand as Sea Falcon's seeing the recorder there on the coast. These runners have definitely taken very different routes. Three of these runners have 2 Triforces. They all have different Triforces. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Truant Gamer picking up that compass. Now he can find a Triforce. Other 3 players are looking for more levels. Oh, yep, a Redbird. Are you gonna buy those? Yeah, picking up the arrows. Good call. Plenty of money. Bows in level 3. And there have been plenty of Gomas in these dungeons. Zarnax is exploring, excavating Death Mountain. Picking up some extra bombs. Sea Falcon up on the northeast. He should stumble into level 3 here in just a few minutes. Redbird, is he gonna buy some hints? What do you say? He says up an A, let's save, let's come back. Let's get our money. Money's worth out of that. Zarnax doing some gambling. Alright, what do these hints say? Gleok returns with silver arrows. Sea Falcon knows that. Redbird is happy to see that. The menace awaits with the ladder. Ooh! Ladder, white sword, and the red ring in level 1. Gleok lurks with the, what is that? Magic boomerang? Go, yep, magic boomerang in level 4. Awesome, awesome hints for Redbird grad there. Got a level 1 Triforce pickup for Sea Falcon, he's up to 3. He's going back in, it's a good call, considering those hints we just saw. There's a ladder in here somewhere. Oh, so Zarnax must have missed out on that ladder. Saw that ladder block and...
Okay, guys, I am very sorry about that, but I am back here, and I think I fixed the issue.
Yep, we got some hints going on Truant Gamer's side. We got the power bracelet in level 7. Feat of strength will lead to the magic boomerang. Okay, so that is level 4. Level 4 is recorder blocked. Got a life or money room on Zarnax's side.
He is none too happy to see it as well, unfortunately, shooting that Bull's voice quite a few times there, dropping a nice little bomb for it. Eventually decides to leave his bombs.
Redbird finding the second hint shop. Sail not to save the princess. Raft not required. Antlers, did you by any chance see that first hint shop?
I did not. I was...
So in level 1, Zarnax picked up that red ring. There's also 2 other items, as Sea Falcon finds one of them. The last item in level 1 is the ladder.
Oh wow, and I assume he did pick that up.
I haven't
if I remember.
Sea Falcon pick that up yet.
And Zarnax, that could be very bad news for Zarnax, as he was in level 1 previously.
He found a ladder block, so he's probably thinking ladder can't be in there.
Exactly.
Oh. Ew, we got the book as our white sword item in the forest. No, not grabbing that.
Truant will politely decline that offer.
Yep,
as
we got
most
Redbird
would.
and Truant on doing a little high five action. Sea Falcon digging into level 3. Zarnax picking up the heart container out of level 7. And we also know that the power bracelet's in here via a hint. And we'll need that power bracelet to get to level 4.
Yes, and Sea Falcon finds his Triforce out of 3. That is 4 Triforces for Sea Falcon, and he has a relatively commanding lead. He hopefully he needs to go back into 3 and find that bow, though, which he looks like he's doing.
I have just noticed that Zarnax still does not have his sword. Gleok lurks by a lake, huh?
That is correct. I did not.
Oh, returns by a lake. So that's level 8. We Now level 4 Gliak Lurks is a power bracelet block.
So once we have Sea Falcon finding his bow, he will be motoring through these dungeons here.
You got a quarter check in Vanilla level 2 or Vanilla 3 second quest.
And Truant finding a very welcome big secret there as he was running very low on rupees.
Falcon has his ladder. Take this level 3. He finds his bow and he'll be in go mode. Oh no, he needs the power bracelet, so he won't be quite in go mode, but
He may not know that though, so that
yeah,
could be dangerous.
I don't think he's purchased any of those hints. I also don't think he's stumbled into level 7 yet either.
And 7, that's a very
Shit.
dangerous location for a required power bracelet.
Gamer taking a death on the overworld right before
That
he
is
gets into level 3.
unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
That Blue Darknut said, you shall not pass.
Fortunately, I think that might be my first caster curse, as I was just talking about it being a mild overworld.
He's lacking some hearts as compared to these other players, and of course, Zarnax
Absolutely.
and Sea Falcon with their red rings.
It's fairly impressive that Zarnax has not found the wand or the sword, yet he still is managing to keep up relatively well with our other featured runners.
Yep. Only Sea Falcon is a little bit of a lead here. 4 Triforces, Silvers, and the ladder.
Absolutely. He is certainly in the driver's seat as far as our featured runners go.
Yep, here's our bow.
Sea Falcon is in what he thinks might be go mode. Unfortunately, he will need to dive 7. Hopefully, he is not going to gamble and leave the items in 7, because that would be a very big opening for our other runners to catch up.
Where is this power bracelet for Zarnax? 7 is not a fun dungeon to dig.
Absolutely not. Especially if you don't know the maps by heart. Most of them are pretty easy to memorize, but 7 is so big that it's kind of tough to know exactly where each room is sometimes, especially if you haven't been doing it as long.
Uh-oh.
With Zarnax, I don't
There's
think
the
you
map.
should have any problem.
There's a little reverse commentary curse for you.
There you go. As we have Redbird grabbing his Triforce out of...
Level 1.
Or sorry, 1. He's going back in for more items.
Yep. You should be pleasantly surprised once he finds that ladder. You know, not excited about the white sword, but you'll pick it up.
Truant finding level 1 as well, so he will be...
Zarnax picked up the raft. I wonder if that was a second item here in level 7.
So we have a world wrap from Sea Falcon picking up that recorder. Upping back to start.
Start to whistle.
Inzador repair.
Redbird. No, go back in. Redbird is not.
That's...
Nope.
Fortunately, how these things go sometimes. Some of these item locations are quite trolls today.
Yeah, well, Redbird's going into 3. Stick it out here and pick up that bow, hopefully. Truant Gamer, digging level 1.
Redbird does find his Triforce in 3. He's going to opt to continue digging, which we know is the right decision. he will find the bow in here.
Truant Gamer making a similar decision in level 1. Seeing that Triforce on the ground and says, no, oh, I need some items here. And he finds his red ring.
Absolutely. That'll be a welcome sight, especially with 5 hearts this deep into the seed. You always never turn that down.
Zarnax finding the magical sword. His Sea Falcon is going to buy some hints.
Not a bad idea. Especially with how much of a lead he has. This could be big if it tells him where the power bracelet is.
Yep, we'll find that in the next hint shop here, just northeast of level 1. That first shop wasn't too big. So you knew the silvers, you knew the ladder was in 1. Nope, not buying anything in that shop. Redbird's still digging 3. Knows exactly where to go. Definitely is aware of the shapes that are going on, and
if I remember correctly, 3 was on the west side of... Sorry, the bow was on the west side of 3. So it'll probably be about the last room that he checks.
Truant Gamer has found his ladder, his white sword, and his Triforce, and his red ring, so he's done with level 1. Off to level 3 here.
Gaining a little bit of ground here as he is about to find level 3, as you mentioned.
Bopped by that same blue Dark Nut. Luckily, he's got better defense this time. Sea Falcons is gonna hit that second hint shop. 121, I think that's enough to check all these.
Hopefully he will make the investment. Looks like he's
Absolutely.
debating. There we go.
Yep.
That's big.
Made that mark. Knows that raft is now useless to him. And there you go. He knows that power bracelet block is required.
Exactly. That's huge to make that decision to check those hints there. That could be the difference between finishing first and finishing 4th out of our featured runners.
Yep. Any chance you got the SRL chat up, just in case there are any other finishes before these guys?
I can have it.
Always interesting to check out who's racing, and I mean these guys are really good.
They are. All of these.
And Redbird tend to like stream many times a week. I'm not so sure about Sea Falcon. Zarnax is the host of the Battle Royale one-hit KO tournament that's going on. Did that already finish up?
I'm not sure. I am not even close to the point where I'm comfortable enough to do a one-hit KO Battle Royale, so
yep, no way.
I have not looked too deeply into that. I'm working on, if you want to take it for a second, I'm working on getting the SRL chat pulled up.
Cool. We got Sea Falcon down in level 5 here. And Redbird doing that world wrap, grabbing the recorder. He's gonna start whistling around as Zarnax finds that disgusting white sword item.
That world wrap is very, very helpful if you know how to do it. Can
Triforce
save
pick
you a
up
lot of
on
time.
Sea Falcon's side. Truant Gamer found level 3, making the dig for that bow. Doesn't know it's a bow, but nice clock drop form to finish up those last bunnies.
Have Redbird Grad in level 7. Able to take out this Goma.
Yes, sirree. Making use of those arrows. Zarnax finding the hints. And he says, ooh, silver arrows. Ooh, a ladder. That was the one he saw. He saw the ladder and he's like, ooh, I need to go into level 1 and level 8 as soon as possible.
That's a big hint to find.
Yep. Up the ladder to the grave. Is he finally gonna find this wooden sword? At 40 minutes in, is it even worth picking up?
That is interesting that 3 out of our 4 runners did decide to go straight from Deadwoods over to the
There it is, and
Death
he
Mountain.
will pick it up.
Have the bow for Truant as well.
Nice. See Falcon back in the grave. He's gonna check this second quest 6 spot, flute spot. No go.
It's like a little indecision there. Looks like he forgot the flute spot down south. Run by and check that.
Yeah, it's definitely easy to miss some of these recorder spots unless you got them marked out.
And there is 6.
Yep, I knew it was over here somewhere by the grave. This that spot is technically by the grave, even though there's none of that white rock borders around it.
What a great enemy set for him to find with those Poles voices in here.
Those boys, Stigdos and Gurias. Oh, there's
all
Ganon's
very
room.
easily taken out by those silver arrows that he got.
Ganon's room is here, but luckily there's no pig. Although Sea Falcon could take out the pig.
He is very equipped to do it. I can't imagine that he'll spend much time in this dungeon outside of looking for that Triforce. He will not spend any extra time, I don't imagine, looking for items. As we have Truant finding the silver arrows, that puts him in basically no mode if he has found the secrets. So we have all 4 of our runners in different dungeons right now. That's a good bit of divergence there, and Zarnax, right after finding that wood sword, finds the white sword in 1. That's an unfortunate sequence of events, but he certainly won't turn down the white sword. Finds his ladder right afterwards, and he is out.
Trent Gamer in level 8. Hopefully he finds these solar arrows to go with his bow. Redbird finds a heart container here in level 7. Hopefully he sticks around. Looks for this power bracelet.
Certainly not what he's looking for. And I believe he did find the hint. Power bracelet, so he'll probably stick around in here. Trouble with my IRC, unfortunately. So
we are just, I think, 3 items we're missing here. Don't know where the Lord Banana is. We don't know. Well, we don't know if one of the heart containers has been picked up. The Coast Heart. What else are we missing here?
we found Magical Boomerang. We find that while I was working on my delay.
We found a hint for that. That's in level 4.
Yeah. That's correct. And 2, we got Sea Falcon and Truant Gamer picking up their Triforces out of 6 and 8 respectively. As I predicted, Sea Falcon is not going to stick around in 6, and Truant is also dipping out of 8. So Sea Falcon, all he needs to do now is find that power bracelet out of 7. Use that to, I believe, find 4.
Yep. Just looking at the item rundown we got. So other than the items we're missing, I think we have almost everything. There's the recorder on the coast, the any key under the Armos item. The book was our white sword item. Level 1 is a treasure trove with the ladder, the white sword, and the red ring. Level 2 had our wand. Level 3 had the bow. Level 4 the magic boomerang, which we got a hint for. Level 5 had the red candle. Didn't see anything out of 6. Level 7 has the power bracelet and the raft. Level 8 had the silver arrows. So I think that just leaves the boomerang. Is that right?
I think that's right. At the risk of commenting on that after I was working commentary for a while, I think you got it. It looks like Redbird is trying to make his way toward that Triforce in 7. Sea Falcon is in the right spot. He just needs to find that power bracelet.
I need to refresh my stream right here for a sec.
We go from having all 4 runners in different dungeons to 3 of the 4 in the exact same dungeon. This actually, toward the end, is looking like a relatively linear seed. The 1 to 7 to 4 ladder to recorder to get into 6 as well.
Yep. Quarter and the power bracelet have shown their power. This mixed quest overworld.
Looks like Redbird is going to pick up the Triforce out of here. Hopefully he did get that hint. Like I said, I didn't see whether he got it or not. That could be quite costly.
Redbird spent all the money. He knows. He knows.
Okay, well that is a relief, certainly.
Found level of the Triforce. Question is, does he remember that he knows?
That's another question. And if it were me, the answer would most likely be no. But Redbird is a far superior runner to me. Looks like he is.
Redbird has made some silly mistakes in the past, that's for sure. I was watching one of his streams and he had all his levels marked. And he says out loud, he needs to look for, level 5 or whatever it was. It's right there on your tracker. You marked it down. Look.
That always is a great feeling when that happens. Still have Zarnax at 5, trying to make his way up to that Triforce. He's going to do the ladder glitch here.
Probably won't be too happy to see the red candle in here at 48 minutes in.
He even digs it for the red candle. He may just take this Triforce and leave.
Well, Truant Gamer's picking up that bomb upgrade. I think he spent one of the bombs in the Leave Your Life for Money room. He's up to 11.
My goodness, the full clear that is going on in these level 7s.
This power bracelet is good at playing hide and seek.
It is elusive for sure. Where will it be? Whoever finds this power bracelet first will quite possibly have an advantage, outside of the fact that Sea Falcon, literally the last item that he needs to...
Last item, last Triforce. Yep. Whereas Truant Gamer and Redbird have a bunch of Triforces to get. Redbird's got to go back into... Well, Redbird's got to go into level 8 and get the silver arrows. And he's got to whistle into level 6, and...
Zarnax is in the same boat. He still has to find those. And there's the power bracelet. just north of the start screen by one room actually.
So
Funny how
Redbird,
that works out.
yeah, Redbird knows the silver arrows. Oh, Sea Falcon right behind him. So Redbird knows the silver arrows are in level 8. I don't know if he saw the hint for level 6. Be interesting.
I'm not sure either. That'll be interesting to see.
Looks
Out
like
of our
he's
four,
making a beeline for the push blocks over here.
as he should. Out of our 4 featured runners, Sea Falcon has, at this point, just a commanding lead. Especially with the Silver Arrow location being what it is, he will, it's his race to lose out of these 4 at this point, safe to say.
There any other heavy hitters in the SRL that aren't being featured here?
Well, I'm still having some problem with my my IRC, so
I gotcha.
fortunately, not able to see, but I check the actual stream. See if I can see any finishing. Oh wow, and this we have Redbird and Sea Falcon in 4 with almost an immediate Triforce. Redbird picks up his Triforce, and Sea Falcon will be right behind him once he gets this ladder clip. Got it.
Always good to see that in a level where you know there's a garbage item.
Absolutely. So Sea Falcon is the first of our featured runners. The 8 Triforces, he'll be heading into 9. No worries at all. He can look for that pig, and he can find the girl to dig any items. Thank you to Zyrakian free stream chat, keeping us posted on the SRL as we work through these issues.
Redbird over by the grave. I think he did see that hint for level 6. He'll be hoping for an early Triforce in level 6 so he can head over to level 8, pick up his silvers, and hunt for some bacon.
True. Triforce out of 7. So he'll just need 4, 5, 6. Redbird is kind of wondering what.
Go back into 7 and find that power bracelet still. It was on the bottom left corner.
I actually don't believe we found 9 yet.
We did. I think Zarnax found level 9 over at the vanilla white sword location. Remember, by a lake.
But it looks like Sea Falcon still does not.
Correct.
So he is trying to find that as we speak, checking those recorder spots.
Yep. I wonder if he saw that hint about level 9 being up by a lake. I was unaware that that spot was, you know, considered by a lake. The more you know. I thought it was part of the Lost Hills.
Looks like he's going in the right direction now. Now, as early as those hints were available in the seed, and as early as people found them, it's very possible to forget as well, especially a hint about 9 that you're not really thinking about. Looks like he is going in the right direction for 9.
Yep, he knows this is a lake spot. Connected the dots. Either that or this was one of the last spots on his overworld check. We got level 9.
And an immediate leave your life for money room, except instead of money, bombs. He opts for the bombs. That's an interesting decision, especially with how many bombs can sometimes be required in 9. Let's see if that pays off.
Yeah, he's one of the few people who hasn't gotten that bomb upgrade.
That's correct, and having the red ring, taking the routing over the execution with health. See if this is where we'll find the princess. That door not to open.
Yep, so in this level 9, there's a few things we're looking for. We're trying to hear the roar of Ganon. That'll be heard one room adjacent to Ganon.
That is Zelda's room. Zelda has been found, so
Awesome.
now we're just looking for Ganon. He'll be listening. He won't be clearing probably any rooms that he can avoid.
Yep, and he'll probably do every other column or every other row just to get the maximum coverage.
Absolutely. You do not need to full clear 9 if you know where Zelda is.
Yeah, we know that's Zelda's room because the shutter door did not open and the enemies were all cleared out.
That's correct.
Redbird finding a heart container in this level 8. He's still looking for the silvers.
Zarnax is still in level 8 as well. This level 8 was quite the beast to take on, especially if you haven't found silvers.
At least no shapes, no ugly bomb holes to find.
That's correct.
Redbird finds the Triforce, but he knows the silvers are in here. He knows that this is where he needs to be. Almost an hour in.
There
Oh,
are the silvers for Zarnak. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Touché. Redbird, once he finds those silvers, he won't be all that far behind. Looks like Random Effect has taken first place, so GG to Random Effect with a time of 56:08 and TA909 right behind him.
Oh man,
Time of
snipe
56.
random, really? That'll give these runners a little extra fuel, especially Sea Falcon, looking for third, looking for that
And
podium.
no surprises with those two finishing 1-2. Two
Yep.
extremely good runners.
Absolutely. Sea Falcon. Oh, I think we hear bacon on Sea Falcon's screen.
Based on the paths he's taking, I would say that's a pretty safe assumption.
It's not up here.
Those, the last thing you want to see near a Ganon room or a Zelda room is those shoot rooms. They can really play havoc. He's trying to be conservative with those bombs. Just 4 left, and not a whole lot of opportunity in this dungeon to find bombs outside of random drops. There is Ganon. We have found the pig and Sea Falcon. We'll just be trying to finish him off. He will be upping right out of this room once he does.
And Redbird finding the silver arrows. He's officially in go mode here. Which needs to go into level 6. As Zarnax just a few seconds ago found that letter. And buy himself some potions.
Sea Falcon living life on the edge here. There we go. There's the potion. Go on. First unlock
that
here.
red ring.
There is Bacon. So Sea Falcon at 59:27 has killed the pig, and he is just going back to Zelda's room.
Redbird at the same time picking up the Triforce at a level 8. one to
True.
go, and he'll
World
be
Wrap to
joining.
get that recorder.
I don't know if he can get up to that spot from down here. Let's see.
Little trouble there.
A lot of
There he
clips
goes.
are
Oh
fun.
no, he can't get there.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's unfortunate.
I wonder if he can clip over to the coast all the way and then just... Oh, no, never mind.
Sea Falcon walking into Zelda's room. He will be our first featured runner, finished at 1 hour and 15 seconds. Finishing in, it looks like 3rd place unless something's changed in SRL chat. So GG,
Yeah.
Sea Falcon.
GG's indeed. Just over 1 hour. Seems to be a pretty good indication of a fast seed. It's an
Absolutely.
hour under. Shrewd Gamer, clipped into the HUD, working his way down for that recorder.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you gotta go to the coast there, dude. All the way to the left.
Gotta hand it to Truant. He's not giving up on that.
Oh, up in an A.
Oh no.
Spoke too soon. Sarnax going into level 7. He's 1, 2, 3, 4 Triforces still away.
Absolutely.
Redbird has found level 6. He wants to find this Triforce ASAP. Looks like we got Truant Gamer heading towards level 6. Or, nope, he's going for another screen wrap.
Sea Falcon finished in 3rd with a time of 1 hour and 20 seconds officially. So, GG's to Sea Falcon. Congratulations. And here we go. Now he gets that world wrap.
There we go.
Be able to get that record.
Yeah, the ladder clip I've found is easier going down to up or up to down. Just lining that pixel with the Link's hat. Definitely not an easy thing to do.
Right.
No Triforce in here, not guarded by the Tektites.
Once he finds that Triforce, he will be right into level 9 as well.
Zarnax is in the wrong corner. I think that
Nasty trap room there for Zarnax.
That bottom left corner, I think the second block up is where that power bracelet is.
I believe it was the room just north of start, if I remember.
We shall see. Bombing these fires, going down in 4 hits. Nope, I was wrong. Somewhere in here. You know that.
I'm almost positive it was that room just north of start there.
Okay. Tried bombing up.
Nice on the up bomb there. Try and bomb west
Far
from here, I
end
assume.
of 6 here. Gets a nice clock drop with the Pole's voice room. Zarnax taking down Manhandla. And Truant Gamers found level.
There it is. There's the power bracelet for Zarnax, and he is out of it.
Truant Gamers found level 9 there up in the north. Top of the waterfall.
That'll be a good find after he completes those other 2 dungeons. He does have everything he needs, he just needs to find the actual locations of the dungeons, and he'll be...
And Redbird has found the compass. Needs to get all the way down to that's the southern end.
Fortunately for Redbird, Sea Falcon took about as good a path in 6 as you can, and fortunately Redbird just went the wrong way.
Yeah, no, Sea Falcon definitely played an awesome seed. We're gonna get him in here for an interview. He wants to do that.
I would be happy to get him in here for an interview if that is something that setup. Looks like Amazing Toaster has finished in 4th place with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 20 seconds. GG, Amazing Toaster. Truant checking these power bracelet spots as Redbird continues to make his way south to Triforce. I missed it, but it looks like it's going to be a transport staircase, as the bomb south did not work. It is in the transport staircase. There is Redbird's Triforce. He will be going into 9. Hopefully taking the right path there. Luckily, it was not too bad of a path in 9. It's relatively open.
Oh, we got a Sea Falcon in here now. Awesome.
Hey guys,
Hey,
how's it going?
Going well.
Pretty
Congrats,
good.
Sea Falcon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly disappointed because when I got to Ganon, I should not have looked over at my timer because I started to shake a little bit and I missed the stun lock. And I just missed the sub hour, I think, because of that, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty good run, so I can't be disappointed.
I don't think you had anybody on your heels. Good
Took a
third place
great
finish
path,
for sure.
that's for sure. This whole seed, you pretty much made all the right calls and definitely ended up paying off. So, what were your feelings about this seed?
Well, I was struggling. I mean, I was struggling a little bit early in level 2 and especially level 8. I was really nervous at seeing all the Gomas in there and stuff, and the compass being ladder blocked, that I was not going to be able to get the Triforce out of there. And not only did I get the Triforce out of there, but I walked right into Silver Arrows. It's like, oh wow, okay, cool. That's not a bad start there. And then, you know, with helpful hints being on, just kind of using the hints and going from dungeon to dungeon, and especially getting the hint for the power bracelet being in 7, that was my best, like, that was my favorite thing to see in that seed, knowing where that was and knowing I needed it.
Absolutely. We were actually
Definitely some good
commenting.
hints.
I apologize.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say that we had actually commented on the fact that that power bracelet could either be a blessing for you or it could be a big curse, depending on whether you picked up that hint that power bracelet was required for seed.
Right, although, I actually didn't pick up a hint that it was required. When I got the hint for level 4 being near start, I went and grabbed the recorder, and that's why I was checking those spots around there, because I wanted to see if the power bracelet actually was required or not. Because I had everything I needed at that point with the bow and silvers and ladder and everything else, so I was just going to stop digging for items. But when I saw that I needed the power bracelet, it was like, okay, hold on, let's keep looking here. And then when I found that hint for where it was, it's like, alright, cool.
Yep. Those old men are nice guys of the seed.
Oh yeah.
And Sis Crusher has finished in 5th place with an official time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 1 second. GG to Sis Crusher.
We got Redbird Grad in level 9 here, I think just shy of the 1 hour and 7 minute mark. He's not found the piggy. I don't think he's seen Zelda's room either.
Chest Jerk has finished in 6th place with a time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 35 seconds. And Unos has finished in 7th place with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 51 seconds. GG's to both of them.
They're all coming in. Zarnax is close on their heels heading into level 9.
And believe it or not, Sea Falcon, you were I believe you were the featured runner to find the bow and the silvers you first dip into both those dungeons. Silvers actually were a pain for a lot of several of our featured runners, as they had to full clear 8 to find them.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, normally I'm not normally level 8, especially in in vanilla dungeon layouts, has been the dungeon that's given me the most trouble. Easily even over level 7. Just because of how many items in there, and I'm never really sure right ahead, you know, when to dig in there and when to just go ahead and call it quits. And like I said, I'm glad this time I was kind of stubborn actually, because that worked out pretty well.
Yep, it's always nice when you don't have to look for that bomb hole and you know the layout.
Mm-hmm.
We have Redbird. He knows where Zelda is. He is just looking for Ganon. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going in the wrong direction, so we'll be finding him. But Zarnax right on his heels. Absolutely. Zarnax right on his heels, though. He is just picking up his final Triforce, or he has just finished his final Triforce, and he will be heading into 9. 8 Genos, GG's to 8 Genos in 8th place with a time of 1 hour and 15 seconds. So, Sea Falcon, did you, when you were heading into 9, what were you thinking? Were you thinking we're in good position, or were you thinking it was a longer, quicker seed for most runners?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. When I entered 9, I definitely started. I have the IRC open in the background.
I understand.
I started looking down. I'm like, how is no one finished? This seemed pretty. At least from my perspective, it seemed straightforward. I didn't know a lot of people maybe full cleared 8 looking for silvers or whatever, but I figured it looked pretty straightforward. And no joke about that time is when I saw the first 2 people finish. I'm like, yeah, okay, that doesn't actually surprise me too much. But funny enough, I almost had a major oops in the seed where I'd picked up food out of the ladder and at a level 1 and everything. And
I'm sorry to interrupt here real quick, but I do need to mention that Redbird Grad has just killed Ganon, and he is on his way to find Zelda, so he will be finishing up relatively soon here.
No problem. But yeah, I almost had a major oops where after I found the ladder in 3, or 1 rather, I thought for a second when I entered 3 and immediately picked up a Triforce, I almost about left 3 thinking, oh man, I'm in go mode, and then I stopped for a second. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? You don't have the bow.
You know what?
What are you doing? I was very close to becoming the first runner in history to walk into Ganon's room without a bow had I not stopped myself there and thought, wait a second. Because then I cycled through my items. I'm like, why can't I use silver? Oh.
Yeah.
And
Zarnax actually found the red ring in the Triforce, and he ducked at a level 1, and but as soon as he found that hint, he made a beeline right back for it.
Absolutely. And it's funny that you mentioned that, Sea Falcon, because August, yes, GG's to Redbird. He is finished, and with a time of 1:12. Also finished in 9th place, by the way, with a time of 1:11:36. But as I was saying there, see, it's funny that you mentioned, because as you were walking out of 3 and kind of deliberating, August had actually mentioned that you were kind of considering whether you were going to duck out of there, and we were both like, no, you got to go back in for the bow, because I think one other runner had found it at that point.
Yeah, and even not knowing whether or not the bow was in there, level 3 being one of the smaller dungeons, it was like at that point, it's like, alright, I'm either going to dig this, or I'm probably going to end up digging a 6 or 7 later, and I mean, I had to dig 7 anyway for the power bracelet, but details aside, I did not want to dig, bigger dungeons for a bow if it happened to be in there, so I was just like, alright, let's go back in and look.
And GG's to Zeb Gedney as he finishes in 12th, or he or she, I apologize. I don't actually know Zeb Gedney, with a time of 1:12:54.
Looks like we got Redbird waiting to jump in here. Zarnax is digging this level 9. And Truant Gamer entering level 9 at 1 hour and 14 minutes.
Looks like Zarnax right next to that Zelda room, so he's just looking for dig as well. So any Sea Falcon, any final thoughts on the seed, or does that pretty much sum it up for you?
Well,
No,
let's
I
welcome Redbird in here real quick.
Hey, howdy, howdy.
Hey, GG Redbird.
Yeah, GG Falcon and GG everybody else.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Hey,
Sorry about that. Go ahead, Falcon.
No, I was just saying, no, overall, really, I thought I played it pretty well. Just wish I had gotten Stunlock again, so I could have gotten that sub hour. And whatever RE and TA are on, I want that because I don't know where I lost 3 minutes to them in this seed. I have to go back and look.
Yeah, what was your pathing to do a sub hour there, or close to sub hour?
I got there 2 first, and then 8, and then I think after that is when I went to the coast and found 1 and 3.
Oh, nice.
And then
Werewolf has.
yeah.
I apologize.
no, and then after that was just bought a few, looking around for level 4, and then I ended up buying a hint that told me Power Burst was in 7. So I just kind of used helpful hints to lead me around to where I need to go.
Werewolf is placed in 13th with a time of 14:45. GG to Werewolf.
Those hints were definitely useful this seed.
Redbird, Redbird, what were your initial thoughts on the seed there?
I think it was like Falcon was saying, it was a pretty easy seed once you kind of understood what was going on. I also bought all the hints pretty quickly, and so I knew 7's power bracelet was going to be the key to 4 and all that stuff. So my whole thing that held me up was my initial routing to the wood sword. I had to go all throughout almost all of Hyrule twice. So I didn't go up into Death Mountain and bomb any of that stuff, but having to walk Hyrule twice is what killed me and what set me behind, I think, the leaders that came in.
Yeah, Zarnax kind of made a similar error. He didn't find that wood sword until, I think, 48, maybe 50 minutes in.
Yes, and he did not find the early wand either. It's actually a testament to Zarnax that he was able to keep up so well without having much offense at all.
Oh, Zarnax is a beast. I mean, he does a lot of the swordless stuff and one-hit KO and stuff like that. He's a very, very talented runner for sure.
Absolutely. And JSR has finished in 14th place with a time of 1:16:39. GG's. Sorry.
Hey, well, I'm going to take off, guys. Thank you for the interview and the commentary and restreaming all that. I appreciate it. And
Once again,
absolutely.
congrats on the 3rd place.
thank you. See y'all later.
Have a good one.
Chill.
Yeah, I think what kind of held me back was that when I went to the Northeast and found 3, I didn't have bombs initially to find 1. And if I would have found 1 when I was up there with 3 and got the white sword, I'd have been home free. But the fact that I didn't have that stuff early meant I had to go back there. That's what killed me.
Yep, that level 1 was something. Zarnax found that red ring early, found the Triforce, and then he saw that ladder block on the southern portion, and he dipped.
Speaking
Said,
of
I'm gonna
Zarnax
come back at another
finding
time.
things, he has found Ganon. Or, I'm sorry, Bizarro Princess. And we have whatever Bizarro Princess turns into. So, he will just be looking for the pig and finishing up here shortly. Now, yeah, Redbird, you think biggest difference was probably the fact that Sea Falcon found the bow and silvers so quickly, and Zarnax has finished the seed at 118. It's like 34. If he is in.
I will say this, Redbird, you were the first
15th place.
to grab that any key. It must have been a little bit of weight off your shoulders early on.
Oh yeah, it just opens up exploration for sure. And when it's not shapes and you have an any key, I mean, all you're really looking for is ladder, and you can go through anything. I do want to ask though. I mean, you saw 4 runners. Level 7 seemed like a bit of a chore. Was everybody in there as long as I was, or did I just kind of get unlucky that the power bracelet was tucked up around the corner?
Yep, definitely trolled most of these players.
Okay.
Sticking
That
hard.
was a huge troll. It was literally almost to end. Truna taking an unfortunate death on Ganon, but it did give everybody problems. All the featured runners, nobody found it immediately. Most almost full cleared 7.
Yeah. It was just kind of in a weird spot to bomb into.
Especially not being able to bomb north from start. That kind of you start to take a different path, and you can easily forget about a room like that.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, how about those shuffled entrances? What do you think about those?
I enjoy them. The biggest thing I got to remember to do is my natural instinct is to always hold up whenever I enter one of these dungeons. And sometimes
that
if you're coming from the
pirouette.
top, it just kicks you out. So I got to stop doing that. But I think they're good. I think it's a good mix up. And like when you're attacking regular vanilla dungeons with a shuffled dungeon entrance, a lot of times the pathing you would do during the dungeon is different now. So if you come in, the right side of 3, well now, okay, are you going to go up or are you going to go down? Like your pathing is completely different. 7 was that same way. I mean, if you're coming in the middle like we did, which way do you go? And that can make all the difference. So I like it a lot.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's a cool combination to be able to do vanilla shapes but shuffle the entrance.
Especially when you have runners who only do randomizer and mixed in with runners who do vanilla game. It can kind of put an interesting wrinkle there as to whether how good you are on the fly versus that mapped out path that's just automatic to vanilla game.
Right, for sure. I completely agree.
And it looks like I missed announcing Captain Green finished in 16th with 18 minutes and 26 seconds, just before Zarnix in 17th. GG's to both of those runners. Truant just stepped back into this Ganon room, gonna give it another go. I assume he's going to make some bacon here.
Doesn't look like Zarnax will be joining us, but good to see him run today.
Absolutely, it's always fun to watch Zarnex play this game for sure. Really entertaining to watch him, keep up with the wood sword when everybody else had it. That was something to be sure.
For sure. Well, I'm going to bounce so you guys can get Zarnax in here. Thank you so much for calling it. Thanks for the restream and everybody, and the tracking and all you guys. So you're very appreciated. Thank you so much.
Yeah, always fun to watch you, dude. Keep
Thank
up
you, Red
the good DJing.
You got it, man. Take it easy, guys.
You have a good one.
Yep.
Alright, and we have a dead Ganon on Truant's screen, just finishing up the seed here, getting back to Zelda. And I don't believe he was able to find the path from the south. He was bombing some walls down there and was not able to locate that path, so he is looking for an alternate.
And welcome to Zarnax. Good game, sir.
Thanks.
Yes, GG indeed.
It felt like it was going really well until I found out I needed the power bracelet.
Yep. How about that double dip for level 1 there, once you saw that hint for the ladder?
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't entirely unexpected. I mean, I'd been in quite a few levels already, and I knew I was going to need the ladder at some point. It's too bad that it was one of the furthest away levels, and there wasn't a great way to get to it.
Yep, you did impress everybody, though, with that, not getting that sword until, 50 minutes in?
I think it was like 35.
Oh, yeah? I thought it was a little later.
Definitely. Regardless, you did a lot of content right, side by side of the other featured runners that had the wood sword, and you were able to keep up very well for the runners that they had in that regard. So that was very, very impressive there.
Thanks. Yeah, that arrow purchase paid off, and then it also kind of bit me in the butt because it made me spend way more time in 7 than I should have.
Right. And our final featured runner, Truant Gamer, has finished his seed. He's rescued Zelda with able to see the time. It's timer up, so I will know in just a moment when it's put into the restream. He finishes at an hour, 23 minutes, and 51 seconds. So, GG to Truant Game. And as far as the seed overall, what were your initial thoughts?
I thought it was mostly really well. I got really lucky. Either that, or it was just really friendly. I guess seeing all the finishes times, it was pretty darn friendly. This is, I think, only the third seed I've done with the heart shuffle, and none of them have gone very well for me.
I'm right there with you, so I definitely feel you there.
I really just don't have a sense of like when to gamble on digging out a dungeon and when to just leave it.
And it seems like the hints are very, very helpful, at least when they're set to helpful. It's a good idea to, grab those. Like with level 1, has 3 really good items.
Yeah. Now the hints this seed were ridiculous. Like the first hint I got was for Silver Arrow, and then